All right, now what you got to say to me? What you got to say to me?
I was thinking about this the other day. I was trying to set up a little date situation, and I didn't know where to take this person on a date because I'm still learning a lot of the LA areas that I didn't grow up going to. And so I thought it would be cool today if we put together the CCHC official LA travel guide, so that I don't have to personally call you and ask you, hey, what's a dope spot in Koreatown that we can get burgers or something. Like I can just we can have that all. Because I know LA like the back of your hand. I think you can give me the lit spots that you got to take.
What is that? Sorry.
So yeah, I thought we could put it together.
All right.
Kevin, should we draft up a document?
Kevin is like, man, if y'all leave me alone.
I just sat down.
Yeah, I just sat down.
Just a second, babe. Yeah, what do you guys want?
Yeah. I just sat down with my big old cartoon sandwich.
I'll do it. I'll do it off mic, and then I'll post the link for it in the description at the end. So if people want the spoilers, they can see it there.
Okay.
Cool.
He's got a huge a huge sandwich and the tiniest glass of juice. Like a Bill Cosby bit.
But the juice, the little tiny shot of juice has a big long bendy straw.
Yeah. Yum. He loads it up with chips. He puts you can't even close it.
Yeah.
First place on this list is Jersey Mike's. And I'll say this.
Okay.
There's a lot of locations around LA, but Jersey Mike's is my favorite fast food sandwich.
Okay.
Like if I'm not going to a deli, which there is a deli over here in Burbank that I went to one day to try to get some bologna, but they only had, what's the fancy bologna called?
I don't know. Salami?
No. It's got all the little nuts in it and shit, the peppers in it.
Oh, like olives and shit in it?
Yeah.
Dude, I can't remember what that's called, but yeah, I know.
It's called, I'm about to tell you right now. And don't comment just yet, folks. Mortadella.
Mortadella.
I was trying to make a fried bologna sandwich, and I couldn't find thick cut bologna.
Gotcha.
And so I had to go to a deli, and he was like, we just got mortadella. And I was like, can you cut it thick? He's like, okay. And he didn't. He cut it very, very thick. And so I still couldn't make my fried bologna sandwich.
He picks up a scalpel. All right.
Yeah. And he cuts it tiny and it floats away.
Yeah. Hey, hey, buddy, can you do me a favor? Close the window behind you?
Yeah. If you don't want this bologna to fly out, you want this mortadella to fly out. But yeah. So Jersey Mike's makes a good fast food sandwich. I hate a sandwich that is too big for you to eat. I hate a sandwich where the contents fall out of the back.
Mm-hmm.
But describe the date to me. Describe the woman that you're going out with. Describe what she likes, and then I'll give you a place to go. I'll set up a date for you. And we can do this in however many rounds it takes.
Okay. So I'll set it up like this. Since it's a travel guide, this person has never been to LA but they're meeting someone they've been on. So I'm from Colorado. I'm working at a startup in Denver. I live just outside of Denver. I go to concerts at Red Rocks. I got a little bread because I work for a tech startup. I'm going to LA because I've been talking to this girl on Hinge. I set my location outside of Colorado just to see what else is out there. And letting people know that travel is not an issue for me because I make bread at this tech startup. I've been talking to this girl on Hinge. She's in LA. But she's also not from LA. She's from the Bay, and she also works in tech. And that's kind of how the algorithm matched us on Hinge. She just moved to LA, but she wants to have a proper LA weekend date situation. So I'm gonna fly in and meet her. And we're gonna see LA the Carl way.
Okay.
Right.
Soon as you get off the plane.
This is let's say you get off the plane. It's Friday evening or afternoon.
Friday afternoon. So Friday at 3.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you just landed at LAX. So I hope you need to get some food in you at the airport because you're about to sit in an hour and a half of traffic.
No matter where you going.
unless you're staying at SoFi Arena. And even if you're staying there, you're still going to be in at least 35 minutes of traffic. And that's just right down the street from
If
you.
you're staying at SpaceX, then you might be all right.
Yeah. But let's say you're staying somewhere normal, like the Sunset Strip, like the Bowery Hotel on the Sunset Strip, like somewhere nice because both of y'all got bread. And you, I mean, if this is your first time, have y'all been talking? Have these people been talking for a long time, or is this like first date? Are they staying together? Are they staying together at the hotel?
So it's our first in-person date, but like we got each other's numbers. We talk all the time. We FaceTime. This is just our first time staying together. So let's just say we both get a separate room, but in the same hotel. Let's just say that.
Okay. That's smart. That's smart. Just in case.
Yeah. Just in case one of y'all is crazy or y'all don't get along like that.
And y'all don't get along in person the way you thought you would. The guy turns out to be 5'9", and
he said he was 6'3".
Yeah. Or the girl is like, she wore open-toe shoes, and the toes is
she had long
garbage.
blonde hair on her profile, and now she's bald.
Yeah,
he wasn't expecting that.
And it's not bad. She still looks good, but you just wasn't expecting it.
Yeah,
because ain't nothing wrong with a bald woman.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with a bald woman.
But okay. And then, but also, she like has like crazy political views that she's hid from you.
Or she was bald on her profile, and now she has long blonde hair. You're like, hold on, wait a minute.
I like bald women.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
Yeah. So they get this hotel, but if everything goes according to plan, they only gonna be using one of the hotel rooms.
Right. Yes.
But they get adjoining hotel rooms, like the doors connect, like in the old school.
Yeah, like those emergency doors that don't open now.
Yeah.
Like you can go through in those doors. Yeah.
Yeah. And they can smash on in both rooms. But anyway, neither here nor there. So you about to be sitting in an hour and 45 minutes of traffic because you decided to land in Los Angeles on Friday at 3 p.m.
But I don't know that. I'm from Denver, Colorado. I don't understand how. Yeah. I didn't use a travel agent.
Well, she's already been there because she flew into Burbank because she just lives up in the Bay Area.
Right.
So she flew into Burbank and she flew in at 11 a.m. Like her flight was 10 a.m. and she landed at 11:15. This is an hour and a half flight from San Francisco. So she's off. She waves at my brother. My brother works there. And she goes, "Hey, are you Carl's brother? I'm a big fan." And he's like, "A fan of what?" Because my brother doesn't know what I do. And anyway, neither here nor there.
I haven't seen my brother in 10 years, man.
So she is in the airport, and you're texting her like, "Hey, we're about to take off."
Yeah.
Because Denver's in mountain time. She just landed. Denver it's 12 o'clock in Denver. Like, but we're about to take off in like 45 minutes. So she's like, "Well, I'm hungry because I didn't eat breakfast this morning. I slept in. We went out last night. I slept in. I am gonna get something to eat." So her first meal in Los Angeles is at the Guy Fieri restaurant in the Burbank airport. Because she was hungry after that flight.
Yeah. And she got the breakfast trash can nachos.
Yeah. She had the breakfast trash can nachos with, eggs and salsa and everything in the trash can. She got those. And so she's satiated at this point. She goes out to call her Lyft. She's a Lyft gal.
Because it gets her airline miles when she uses Lyft. So she uses Lyft.
Now she goes out, she gets in the Lyft, and she gets to the Bowery Hotel on Sunset. By this time, it's still, let's see, she ate the trash can nachos. She landed at 11:15, ate the trash can nachos. That took about 45 minutes. She did have a beer because she was like, "When in the airport, it's international waters. I know it's early, but I'm gonna have a beer."
There's no rules in the airport.
Yeah. So she gets to so this is now about, by the time they get to the Sunset Strip, this is about 12:30. It takes about 30 minutes to get from the airport to that area in Sunset at that time of day. About 25, 30 minutes, right?
And at this point, she really needs to shit because she
no, the trash can nachos and that beer got her. And she wants to shit. She wants to shit because she don't want to be bloated. She wanted that. Yeah. Because she also took like a lactate or like some sort of, so you get the best lactates are at 7-Eleven on Buena Vista and Burbank Boulevard.
You got to stop at that one. Yeah. Say what's up to Raheem. He works there. You got to say what's up to him.
And so so she got that, like that's what tape time she on. She got the lactate. She also got one of the 7-Eleven's green juices that are actually really good for you. People don't know that. but 7-Eleven has good green juice. So she's trying to, but then she picks it up and then she goes, I could stop at a Press Juicery. She Googles where a Press Juicery is. There's one near the hotel on Sunset. Next stop, this Press Juicery on Sunset. At this point in time, it's about almost 1. He texts, I got the Wi-Fi on the plane, but it's being weird.
Yeah, it always is weird.
And I paid $35 for it, which I'm mad because sometimes it's $8 for the whole flight and sometimes it's $35 for the whole flight. Yeah. When they don't have to charge at all. All they have to do is turn it on.
And even after you're done paying for it, you're texting somebody with an iPhone, but the message turned green. You're like, hold on, is this working or not?
And so she's like, all right, well, I got time. So she walks down to the Press Juicery, gets her a celery juice and a Greens 3 to clean out for a second.
Yeah.
And she's nervous because he's like, I'm landing at 3:15. And she's like, damn, it's already like 2:00 and the juice is not working yet. So like the juice ain't working. Like, do I need a Pepto? Because I'm not backed up, but like I'm scared because I don't want to have to shit when he gets here.
Yeah.
But what she doesn't realize is that she has more time than she thinks. She doesn't understand the LA landscape.
Right.
When you land at LAX, you're going to be on the runway for at least 15 minutes.
Right, at least.
And so
and then you got to wait for everybody to deplane and grab their bags and do all that. That takes another 10, 15 minutes.
He did not get Delta Comfort. He actually flew United. And
and it's first come, first serve with that bin space.
Yeah. So and he was boarding group 4. So he ended up having to check his carry-on.
Yeah, so now he got to go to the baggage claim. And get his backpack.
So now he's not even off the plane until 3:35.
Right.
Walk to the baggage claim, which takes a long time. Walking to the baggage claim took, another 10 minutes. So now it's 3:45.
And now you got to stand there for 5 or 10 minutes before they even start putting those bags from that flight on the carousel.
Yeah. 5 or 10. Yeah, let's go 20.
Yeah, let's go 20. Yeah.
Because last time I traveled for work, I had to check a bag, and because I was down there for like 6 or 7 days, and I had to check a bag, and the bag didn't come on the carousel for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn.
Especially if it's 3 p.m.
I can't stand LAX. And so, anyway, let's cut back in time a little bit. She doesn't know all this is going to happen.
Right.
So she's back, and she's like, man, the shit ain't, like, I still have to shit. She's like, maybe if I walk a little bit, then I'll. So she walks up Sunset a little bit and sees Saddle Ranch, and she goes, "Well, let me just look at the menu on the outside of the door. The glass behind the glass case. Let me just look at the menu. Oh, they have a loaded nacho."
She think a second dose might help.
If I sit these nachos on top of the breakfast, that'll help push them down with the juice layer in between.
Yeah, you gotta keep. You don't want stuff to get stuck. You gotta make sure it stay.
Because they say if it's up, if it's stuck. So I'm pushing it down.
I'm pushing it down with some more nachos.
Yeah. So she goes in and she orders another load of nachos at Saddle Ranch, and this is like 2:30. So she just had the breakfast nachos at 11, and this is like 2:30.
She's been in LA for 2 hours and has eaten 3 times.
The next stop on the day, Saddle Ranch for their loaded nachos.
In the daytime.
Yeah. And you get an LA water. LA water is like a Long Island iced tea.
Do they serve LA waters outside of LA?
I doubt it.
Like, can you go to the Applebee's in Montgomery, Alabama and get a LA water?
It's probably called something different.
Alabama water.
But for those who don't know what a LA water is vodka, gin, rum, and triple sec, and blue curacao, and a raspberry liqueur sweet and sour mix. That is a drink that when we first started going out, when we first turned 21 at Saddle Ranch, we used to drink those. We used to drink Adios Motherfuckers, and we used to drink Incredible Hulk, which was Hennessy and Hypnotic. And we didn't get hangovers back then because we were 21. If I took a sip of a Adios Motherfucker today, I would be in bedridden for 4 days.
Did any of your white homies ever had you doing Jaeger bombs?
I didn't do them back then.
Yeah.
But when I went to Amsterdam, we did those a lot.
Man. Crazy.
But so she's got an LA water and a because she's like, well, I'm in LA, I should try the LA water. And both of these people, the guy's 29, the guy's 30, and the girl's 27. By the way, and so she bad. Needless to say,
yeah, she's bad.
All 27-year-olds are bad. But I digress.
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah. That's not important to this story.
That was for me. I just needed to say that for me.
So she's sitting there and she's like, wondering where it's like she texts him, like, how's the flight going? And he's like, it's a little bumpy and the Wi-Fi is weird. The desert air.
Again, I don't know if you're seeing this. It's going green. I don't.
Yeah. But it is. And she's like, your messages are coming up green. And so anyway, she's sitting there, she's eating her nachos, and then she goes like, hey, is the bull open right now?
Is it open? Because
for those who don't know, Saddle Ranch on Sunset has a mechanical bull. And she goes, is the bull open? And the guy behind the bar is like, the guy who runs it is not here, but I guess I could ask my manager if like you wanted to ride it, but there's like nobody really in here. We're kind of just opening. He's just like putting out cocktail napkins and stuff.
It's not even music playing yet. It's just quiet.
And she's like, well, let me get on the bull because I feel like if I do the bull and it like shakes me like this, that'll get some of the action working. And so anyway, the manager comes out and goes, I guess you should get on the bull. And he puts her on the bull and he's like controlling it and he's shaking it up. And then she's like, oh, I got a shit. And so she runs out and runs back to the hotel to shit. But she leaves her card at Saddle Ranch.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, classic LA story.
Classic LA story. Then you got to call them.
Yeah. And now because she right there. But she doesn't realize
she's staying right there. Yeah.
She doesn't realize that she left her card. And so finally at this point, she's on the toilet. She's blowing it up. And there's no like air freshener in there and it stinks.
They should start doing that in hotel rooms.
What? Putting air freshener?
Yeah, it amazes me that there isn't. It's funny. Sometimes I'll catch myself going in there because I keep air freshener in my bathroom. Sometimes I'll catch myself going into a hotel bathroom and like knowing I'm about to shit and I'm like looking around for the air freshener. I'm like, ain't no air freshener here.
Yeah.
And it's no windows.
No, you can't open the windows in a hotel room.
It's crazy.
More than an inch maybe.
So now when I'm traveling, like I'll buy my own air freshener. I'll just stop by Target or something and get a bottle of, little Glade.
That's
like, it's crazy. Ain't no ventilation in there. It's crazy.
So, all right. So now we have this. Now we are like she's on the toilet and it's getting close. It's 3:50. It's about 3:10 at this point. And he's like, we're landing. Like we're like I see SoFi. I see the new Clippers arena. We're here, basically. He lands. They sit on the runway for like 20 minutes. He's got his phone on now, so the text messages are coming through real fast. She's turned off by this because she's like, "Why all these text messages? Because you text me this much on the plane?" And he's like, "No, it was backed up because the Wi-Fi was being weird." And she's like, "Oh, okay." She's on the toilet, by the way, and he doesn't know this.
Yeah. She would never share that with him.
Yeah, and so finally, he's on the runway. He's like, "Man, this runway's taking for long." Captain comes over to the loudspeaker and says, "Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are waiting for a gate to open up in the United Terminal. We are currently fourth in line. Shouldn't be long. Should be another 20 minutes or so." So she's done. She jumps in the shower to like kind of steam up the room and like, clean
help
up.
Help that smell get out of there a little bit.
And then, but she still doesn't know she left her card because she signed for it, but she left it in the little card container. You know what I mean? So at this point, she's like, "All right, well, let me put on an outfit for him," but it's still daytime. So she puts on a little outfit. He's texting like, "Man, we're still on the runway." At this point, it's 4:00. Like not 4. It's 3:45. So traffic is getting worse. Rush hour traffic is getting worse.
Right.
It's 3:45. And she now is out of the shower. She put her outfit on. And she's like, all right, well. She turned on TV. Forensic Files is on Discovery Channel.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, this is bored. So she watches Forensic Files until like 4:10. And he finally goes, we're at the gate. I'm just waiting on my bag. And then so it's like 4. So she's like, man, let me go check out what the hotel bar has to offer. Now, hotel bar is great.
Yeah.
The hotel bar is dope. It's a cool little spot. It's like 4:15, 4:20 at this point. She goes down there, gets herself a Moscow Mule, and looks at the menu and notices that they have poke nachos. It's LA. It's healthy, you know? And she's like, well, I guess I could. I could get a poke nacho.
Since I'm here waiting.
How big is the serving? It's not that big. It's an LA fancy hotel. It's not that big. Yeah,
it's like a little bowl, like a little bowl, a cereal bowl, like a little.
Yeah. With like wontons as like the chips and poke.
It got a little
And so
got a little spicy mayo drizzled over the top.
Yeah, some seaweed.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I'm in LA. I can eat like, I'll do this. I'll get some poke nachos and another Moscow Mule. She's had you.
It's fish. It's healthy.
So now she's had 4 drinks. She had at Guy Fieri, she had a beer. She had a Coors Light. She had an LA Water at Saddle Ranch. She's had 2 Moscow Mules at the hotel bar. She eats her poke nachos. It is now 4:35 where he texts, just got my bag. Now I'm heading to the buses to go to the Uber section of LAX.
So now he's standing at the LAX little departure or arrival pickup area and got to wait for the next bus to take him to where the Ubers are. So he's going to be standing there waiting for a bus for about 15 minutes.
Now keep in mind, he did not know this was going to take this long, so he is not eating yet. So his stomach is growling. He is hungry. But he can't go back in the airport.
Yeah.
Because of security stuff. So he doesn't, he's like, damn, man, my stomach. So anyway, he's frustrated. He's like, this is taking forever. She's chilling. And
it's his first time to LA, so like he doesn't even know, like all this stuff he's figuring out on hand for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, so he don't know where to go to stand for.
I gotta get on a bus to go to the Ubers. Like, I didn't want to get on a bus.
Why I can't just call an Uber?
Yeah. They're not allowed to come in here. Like some dude that's working at the airport who's like, ex gangbanger. He like, Ubers can't come in here. He's smoking a cigarette outside. You can't get no Uber here. You gotta go. You gotta get on the bus.
He has
cornrows.
He has cornrows, but no hang time in the back. Like, so he like fades it from like the middle of his head. Man, they can't come in here.
And his glasses are very fancy looking. Like, not like fancy like they're like designer. They just like got like a lot going
on. Yeah,
but they are prescription.
He got the lady from Incredibles glasses.
He works at the airport though. I work at the airport. And so now he's frustrated, and he finally gets on the bus to get to the Uber. Meanwhile, she's finished her poke nachos, and she's now made friends with another guy sitting next to her.
Who is this brother?
This man's name is Dexter. And he is, mind you, both of these people are white.
Yeah, both of our main characters are white.
Yeah. Dexter's a black dude.
Yeah.
Dexter, 6'4", played a little ball in college. He's a trainer now. He came to meet a friend, Rodney, who's in town from Detroit. They both played football at Eastern Michigan. And Dexter lives in LA now, being an influencer trainer type. And Rodney still lives in Detroit. He works in Detroit in business or something like that. And he's staying at the Bowery Hotel. And Dexter is at the bar waiting for him to also land. Because he's coming in from LAX as well. But his trip is going a lot smoother. He's been to LA on business a couple times. He
knows what. Yeah, he knows.
So he's already on his way.
Yeah.
His flight landed a little bit before our protagonist, whose name is let's name him Logan.
Logan. Okay.
Yeah. and her name is Michelle.
Michelle. Logan and Michelle.
And so Logan having a frustrating time. Rodney's in the Uber. He's on the way up. And the Uber driver knows LA.
Yeah. Because he knows that from the Delta terminal walking to the Uber area is faster than if you gotta to wait on the bus to take you. Yeah. And
I am his Uber driver. So I know how to get him up.
Yeah. Carl sometimes drive for Uber on hiatus from Grand Crew.
Yeah, I want all the money.
I'm trying to do everybody's job.
Yeah. And so he's already on the way. So she's talking to Dexter. And Dexter's like, he getting it in. He's charming.
Yeah. He's sure of himself.
Yeah. He's telling her, oh, you got to go to this spot down the street. We're going to hit Katana. Mm-hmm. We're going to hit happy hour at Katana. They have a great happy hour. It's just right down the street at another hotel, just like a little bit further down. Then we might hit the Chateau Marmont bar. Like, you can roll with us if you want. And
you seem like you just got out the shower, got your fit on.
Yeah.
Because she did just get out the shower with her fit on.
Yeah, Rodney just texted me that he's going to be here in like 10. So, and it's cut to the back to the car, and I go, tell him you'll be there in like 10.
Yeah.
I should have you there in like 10. We right here at Fairfax and Sunset, so I'm just going to make this left, and it'll be like, it's a straight shot.
And that's how you turn like this?
Yeah. Well, I drive a Cadillac, so I have to.
With an Uber sign in the dashboard. Come on, man. Yeah. We're going to get you there.
We're going to get you there in about 10. But she's like, this guy, I don't know where he's at. And he's like, I'm still trying to figure out where the buses are to get to the Uber.
He's like, what's the difference between the LAX Metro and the LA Exit bus?
Yeah. So where am I going? And so he decides to do something that he shouldn't do. He decides to jump on a hotel bus.
So they can take him to the Radisson and Hawthorne?
The Radisson, and then he'll get an Uber from the Radisson. That's what his thought is.
Yeah.
So he jumps on the hotel bus, and they let him on. But then as he's getting off, they're like, "All right, I just need to see everybody's reservation before we let you off the bus." And he's like, "What?" Yeah, this is a bus for the people who are staying at the hotel. And of course, all the white families who are on the bus and all the nice black families who are on the bus, they're showing their reservations. He's like, yeah, here you go. Yeah, I'm staying right here. I'm staying here. Yeah, we're staying here. You were going to take the kids to Disneyland tomorrow. Oh, nice. That'll be fun. Yeah. And he decides that, okay. And he's like, I don't have my phone died. And the bus driver's like, sir, I just seen you on your phone. And I'm looking at your phone. Your phone's in your hand. I see the light is on. Let me see your reservation. If you don't have a reservation, I got to take you back to the airport.
Can't you just let me go? How would they know?
Sorry. He closed the door.
And then brakes disengage. Yeah.
Have a seat, sir. Please put your bag back on the rack.
Sir, please do not stand while the bus is in motion. He's also an ex-gang member.
Yeah. Please do not stand while the bus is in motion, sir. Sir, you heard what I said. They ain't got no cameras on this bus. Now sit your ass down. So he's like, damn. But he has to go back to the airport and get dropped off at the same terminal. And also, he has to sit in traffic getting into the airport.
Because the Radisson is a couple miles from LAX.
Yeah.
So they got to come back.
Sorry, but that Radisson by LAX is where my homecoming was every year when I was in high school.
That's funny.
But anyway, so now he's sitting back in traffic at the airport. He's like, dude, can I just get out? No, sir. Sorry. you broke the rules, and now you have to be punished. And so we're going to go back up in here, and I'm going to let you back off at Terminal 7, which is the United Terminal, the last terminal at the airport. And it's hardest.
So in order to get there, you got to go all the way around because he's a bus. He can't get over in time to the little so he got to go all the way around.
Yeah, he can use the small one for cars, the small little cut through. He got to do the whole thing.
Yeah, he got to do the whole carousel at 4:30 p.m. on a Friday.
Yeah. Also, this is the Friday after Thanksgiving, so traffic is especially. So at this point now, Rodney has arrived, and Rodney and Dexter. Rodney just like, let me just run up to the room real quick, freshen up real quick. I'll be right back down. They have another drink at the bar there, and then they go, and while Dexter and Michelle are having another drink. Keep in mind, it is now. She's checking her phone like, man, I think I'm like, I don't know where this guy is. He's taking forever.
Yeah,
Rodney's already here. Like they came, they like Rodney's
they came
flight
from the same place. Did he fly to LAX?
Rodney's flight landed at 3, and he said his flight landed at 3:15. So and
Dexter is, he's manipulating the situation too. He's like, yeah, that's crazy. You would think he'd be here by now.
You would think you'd be here by now. I mean, Rodney's here. Rodney, what time your flight land? Oh, my flight landed at 3. Yeah, that's weird.
And you said old boy was at 3:15?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, because now it's pushing 6. It's like 5:45 at this point.
He must have found something else to do.
Rodney, you a fool. You a fool, Jack. What'd you say? Michelle, right? Yeah, this is Michelle, So Michelle gonna come with us to Katana. I hope that's cool. Yeah, that's straight. That's what's up. Yeah, Katana's dope. So it's like 5:45. She's 5 drinks in at this point.
And 3 nachos in.
3 nachos in. And just at this moment, the guts hit her one more time. So she got to run back. Let me run up to my room real quick, but I'll be right back down. She's in a hurry. She's excited to hang out with Dexter and Rodney.
Yeah.
They cool. Now, as she leaves, they dap each other up. Like, man.
We still got it, boy.
I don't see what's going down with her. And so, after she comes back down, it's now 6 o'clock. Logan just got off the bus. Thanks for nothing, pal. Fuck you. Goodness. And he goes. And then so one person starts walking out. He go and he like, excuse me, sir. Like, how do I get to the Uber? But he was like, man, that place is a mess to try to get to. What you need to do is just walk out of the airport, go to the In-N-Out on Sepulveda, and call one from there. He said, oh, okay. But he starts walking south.
Towards the tunnel.
Yeah. He's like, man, the In-N-Out's this way? And he walks all the way under the tunnel. Yeah. All the way.
There's no more sidewalks.
Yeah.
So he's now pressed up against the wall, like walking like this. And he got his bags in either hand like this.
Get some bus exhaust on him.
Yeah.
There's a puddle of water that splashes on him, but it hasn't rained in LA in 6 months. I was like, what is that water from? It's just been pooling here.
He's walking in like a feral cat. It's like, he's like, oh.
So he keeps going down.
Yeah.
Man, I just gotta get to the other. Once I get out of here, I can call an Uber from whatever restaurant is on the other side of the airport. So meanwhile, it's 6 o'clock. His phone is now actually dead. So he's got to get to that's why he walks out, because he didn't have his map. He's got to get to another place to charge it, put his phone in the charger. And and he sees a little plug in the tunnel. And he's like, oh, it's a plug in here. I wonder, can I use this?
But you can't. That's like one of them like special city plugs. Yeah. He's like, oh damn. Like he puts his little 2-prong up to it and we see the little insert shot. Yeah. It's like this 5-prong hole. He's trying to
So he keeps walking. So she's come back down from taking another dump. And a regular woman she is. And they're like, let's go to Katana. So they start walking. So on the way, to Katana, they passed the Comedy Store, which is right next door. And standing outside the Comedy Store is me. Because I'm doing a set that night.
You dropping in?
Yeah. But I'm just having drinks out there with my comedy guys. Me, Xanadu, Rob Hayes, Jamel Johnson. You know, we all just outside talking. But yeah, we're going to be back up here like 8. Right now, we just came up here to do a sound check. You try to come back and see them? I'll be down to go to that. And she's like, yeah, I'm totally down. And Rodney, and yeah, that's cool. I ain't had nothing to do the first night.
They seem funny to me.
Yeah. And they prepared. They're doing a sound check before the. So I ain't know comedians did sound check.
Yeah,
they come early. They do a tech rehearsal. Oh yeah, it's a half DJ show, half comedy show. So that's why we had to set up
tech rehearsal.
And so anyway, they walk to Katana. They getting it in. They drinking. She done forgot about Logan basically, because she's drunk now, and she's with Rodney, and Rodney's hella cool.
Yeah,
like he's telling stories about him playing ball. She's telling stories about her days as a college volleyball player. She played at Western State College of Colorado, Gunnison.
Mm-hmm.
And so. Like, they getting it in. They really hitting it off. She's like, man, this dude's cool, man. Mm-hmm. He is a cool dude. He's a cool guy. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing up his sleeve. And Rodney's there. Rodney meets another woman. She's sitting at the bar. She come over and join them. Turns out Michelle and this other woman, Megan, they work for the same company.
Oh, okay.
But in 2 different places.
Right.
And she starts being like, you should transfer down here. To LA to work for the company. She's like, yeah,
I love it down here.
I didn't think about it, but I just love the Bay. I just love the essence of the Bay. And she's like, girl, ain't no essence in the Bay. Anyway, so they start hitting it off. So now it's a foursome at a little, they doing happy hour at Katana. Meanwhile, back at the airport, Logan,
he gets to the other side of the tunnel.
Yeah, Logan has finally made it to the other side of the tunnel, and he sees a McDonald's down on South Sepulveda Boulevard. He's gonna walk to. He passes the WeWork building, and he sees, and he finally gets there.
This is after finding his way around that crazy 5 freeway intersection thing.
Yeah. And so he gets there, and he finally figures it's now pushing 7 at this point.
he's filthy. He's covered in exhaust.
Yeah,
he's wheezing.
Yeah, because it's getting cold in LA.
He's been inhaling fumes for the past 20 minutes walking through that tunnel.
He's sniffling.
Yeah,
and so he finally gets to that McDonald's. He's like, I thought I was supposed to be in. And they were like, and that was 2 miles north of here. He's like, whatever, man. I just call an Uber from here. Go charge his phone.
But to get there to that in and out on foot from here, you'd have to walk through that tunnel. You'd have to be insane to do that.
Yeah.
He's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And so he calls. So he finally gets an Uber, and now it's 6:45. So the Uber's $90 to get to Sunset Strip,
and it's not gonna get to you for another 20 minutes.
Yeah. Because the traffic is bad. So it's ain't no Ubers in the area because he wants to do the cheapest one. Because if he were to get an XL or Uber Black, it'd be there in 5 minutes, but it'd be $130.
Yeah.
So he's trying to save that little money and get a regular Uber. And so now Mehmet is coming in a 2016 Nissan Altima.
And he been driving all day.
He's tired.
He's tired.
He been smoking cigarettes.
He's been smoking cigarettes. His car smells like whatever food he just ate.
Yeah. He just had Al Wazir chicken from Hollywood, which is another spot. Put write that one down, Kevin. Al Wazir chicken. And so he finally gets there 20 minutes later. It's now 7:00. Traffic's a little bit easier now, but it's still hard to get from the airport. So it's going to take about 55 minutes to get up to Sunset Strip. Meanwhile, they are keying at Katana. It is a key fest at Old Katana with the other crew.
Yeah.
They getting it in.
Because the girl who just joined the group, she's funny.
Yeah.
So they getting their yucks off. They getting
And basically, there's an open mic at the Comedy Store before me and the guy's show.
Mm-hmm.
And so Rodney goes, "You should go do the open mic." He's like, "I can't do the open mic. I can't do that." And it's like, "How about this? All 4 of us get up and do 5 minutes."
5 minutes.
So they all go to the open mic and they agree to sign up. And add that to the list, Kevin. The Comedy Store. That's another good place.
The Comedy Store open mic where they let you do 5 minutes.
And so now they all walking over there, and Michelle's drunk as hell now. She's had 7 drinks, but she's been drinking it all throughout the day, so it ain't like
not all at once.
Yeah, and she's from Denver. You know, she used to drinking. She high altitude. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, she's from the Bay. She's from the Bay. So, Logan is finally in the car. Mehmet is talking his ear off, and he's like, and his charger is like, his charger is just a cigarette lighter charger, so it's not fully like,
it's not hidden like that.
Yeah.
Like he's about to be in this car for an hour and a half. His thing is still gonna be red. Like,
yeah.
Like, well, damn.
And so he finally texts Michelle, "Yo, finally in the Uber. I should be up there in like 35, 40 minutes." Like, if she don't respond, of course, she's having a good time. So anyway, he drives up. They all just did the open mic. They had a great time. They all killed. They all thinking about pursuing careers in comedy. Michelle was too drunk. Her set was kind of whack, but
she still got laughs though.
Yeah, but Megan killed, and Rodney and Dexter is too attractive to be funny, and Rodney, he did okay because he just got a Detroit edge to him, you know.
Yeah, Rodney was funny, but he did a couple other people's bits because he didn't know you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, so he did a couple Dave Chappelle bits and a couple Chris Rock bits. There's black people and there's niggas. And so they now sitting in the audience for our show. And the Comedy Store gets bad service. So Michelle doesn't get this text from Logan. So he finally arrives at the hotel, say, "Hey, where are you?" She's not responding. So he's like, "Man, she must be doing something." So try to call. He calls, it goes straight to voicemail. Because she's now got her phone off and she's watching our show. You know, it's rude to have your phone on. And so I'm saying, "Well, I need to shower and, get ready." So he goes upstairs, he gets real nice. And, it is what it is. Our show is now, it's now 9:00 at night. Our show is over. And we're like, we about to go. You guys want to come kick it with us? We about to head out. We about to go down the street to the Belmont. And they're like, "Yeah, we down. Like, let's kick it with these comedians. That's cool." And so we invite them to come down to the Belmont. Michelle's phone is about dead at this point. She didn't bring a charger, so she's asking people if they have chargers. We get to the Belmont. Logan is relaxed. He finally is like, oh man, like, I'm ready to go out. Then he starts yawning. He just, since she's not responding right now, I'm gonna get ready to go out. She does get on somebody's phone and text him, "Hey, we're going to the Belmont." He's like, "Cool. Put that on the list, Kevin. The Belmont on La Cienega. Nice, fun bar."
They have karaoke in there too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he goes, "Let me just sit down real quick." He turns on TV. Forensic Files is on. on the headline news channel. He goes, "Let me just sit here real quick." He closes his eyes. He falls asleep. She gets on her phone, texting him, calling him. He's not answering. He's had an exhausting day. He's not answering. And she's like, did you really stand me up? Did you not come? And Dexter and Rodney, of course, like, "Look, man, I have no problem getting from the airport." So clearly that dude was on some bullshit.
Yeah. He chose what he wanted to do tonight.
Yeah. Like, I feel like this is an elaborate ruse. and they start getting in her head.
Yeah. I personally, man, I wouldn't stand for that kind of dishonesty.
Yeah. And then finally Dexter is like, look, man, I'll be real with you. I think you something else. We've had a good day today. Like, you only live once. Like, I'd like to get to know you a little bit better. And she's with it.
Yeah.
She's fully with it.
Yeah.
She's fully in her right mind. She's sobered up.
Yeah, exactly.
She's fully in her right mind and she's with it.
Because this is hours later.
Yeah. It's like 9, 10 o'clock. So now they in the bar. It's packed. It's popping in there. Me and Jamel done got on the ones and twos at this bar as well. And we mixing it up. We getting it in. And so we got the vibes right. We doing 90s R&B. Love will be right here. Oh, I'll be right here. And they grooving. They dancing.
Yeah.
Turns out Michelle can throw that ass back a little bit. Rodney and Dexter are impressed by this.
Yeah.
Dexter hitting it off with the other girl. We all kicking it. It's a great night.
Mm-hmm.
Logan is sound asleep. He, and then so like now 2 o'clock has come. They all leaving. They jump in the Uber. Michelle's like, you want to come back to the room? Yeah, with Dexter.
Mm-hmm. So
just then, Logan is woken up by a noise. Because remember, they got rooms right next to each other.
Yeah.
Find out what that noise is in part 2. Good night.